Hey, Bobby. Dude, dude, I gotta tell you this. New Justice League movie, man. I just got done seeing it. And wow. Oh my god, I was so blown away. Tell me you haven't seen this movie. Please tell me you haven't seen this movie. Well, I did see the movie, and honestly, I was so confused. Yeah, they did a little bit better, but I think Marvel does better when it comes to superhero movies because they're the only ones that matter, right? I don't know why they just can't get it together with the DC movies. I mean, we ask for everything we see in the films and we still ain't getting enough. So, I mean, I'm so confused. I need more. There's too many plot holes. Plot holes? Confusion? What do you mean? Where's the confusion? Where's the plot holes? I mean, yeah, the movie's 4 hours long, and it's a lot to take in for a film. But I mean, what's the problem? I mean, they just gave everyone what they wanted, and you're saying it's confusing. Like, where is the confusion come in? Is it the openings for other films that's confusing? I mean, I don't understand. Well, there's just too much confusion. We need more from a DC movie. It's too dark. It's too gray. There's not enough color. And, bottom line is, Thor and all the others are so much better. I mean, who even cares about Batman anyway? I mean, Batfleck. What does that even mean? I mean, seriously, Batfleck. And nobody can compare. Nobody can even compare to our lovely Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man saved the world and the universe. I mean, what do you want? DC's always trying to do better, but they can't because they can't compete with the Avengers because they're better than the Justice League. And not only that, there's just too much confusion. There's too much stuff going on. It's too much. Boy, you guys just don't ever give up. I mean, they just gave you everything they wanted. What's the deal? I mean, 4 hours long, action packed with all the superheroes from DC. It doesn't matter if there's a lot of color or a little. The fact that they wrapped up every story and explained things in a way that just made the movie make more sense. And yeah, the original was subpar, but this makes the original nothing. I mean, they actually explained everything. So the whole film made sense and it leaves room for so much more. I mean, honestly, you couldn't do much better than that when it comes to something like this. So I don't understand where the confusion lies. Why do I need to explain myself? Don't you understand? This is our generation. We run this, okay? So when I say that the movie is not that good, that's what I mean. It was kind of boring. I would have rather watched Care Bears. I mean, come on. You can't even stick with your own plot line. You just go all over the place with your DC blah blah blah. You know, sit there and try to copy us Marvel people. I mean, geez, what it is about this crap. So no, I didn't like your stupid Justice League movie. It's just another DC movie that failed. But I can't wait for the next Marvel movie to come out because that's going to be the best. Oh, Marvel. Oh, Marvel. Oh, Marvel. Oh, my nipples. Dude, what is your trip? Why can't you? Captain America and Thor, Marvel. But they're giving you everything that you. Oh my god, Marvel, my nipples. Oh jeez, my nipples. Marvel, oh god. Oh. Well, I'm gonna go watch Justice League again. Welcome to the review. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Venom, back to give you another video. And today, very quickly, I'm going to go over the movie, I almost said Zack Snyder, but we're going to say this. Zack Snyder's Justice League, or Justice League Zack Snyder Cut. This is the re-released version of Justice League for all y'all's fans out there. The original came out, I don't know what, 2 years ago, and it was just destroyed by critics and reviewers and fans alone. Everybody just hated it. They just despised it. And they went over and sucked Marvel's ass ever since then. Or even before that. That's probably why the movie failed so hard. People don't want to admit it, but they're Marvel cocksuckers. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like Marvel movies, but you get a lot of fanboys out there that just verbally bash the shit out of DC as much as they can. And then they stay silent. They're like, no, it wasn't me. I didn't say nothing. Anyways, this isn't an angry review. This is I fucking love this movie review. First things first, if you haven't seen it and you're getting ready to watch it or going to watch it soon, just know that the movie is 4 hours long. 4 hours and 2 minutes to be exact. And it's a little intimidating at first when you first see that timer. But as you start to watch, it just pulls you in. And right from the beginning, I mean, my God, what a reimagining of this story. It's the same story, but it makes so much sense now. And I was a big fan of the original. I used to get pissed when people bashed it. I was like, why? What do you want out of a fucking film? They wanted this. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said about this film already? Other than the hate, which we'll get to that. I have to say that going through this film, it almost damn near brought me to tears a couple times. There were some really powerful moments in this film. I'm not going to explain what they are. You have to see it for yourself. Even if you are not a fan of superhero movies, you're not a fan of Batman or Superman, you're not a fan of DC. It's a solid story, guys. And that's all that you really need out of a movie. But if you are a superhero fan, it makes it that much better. Honestly, this is probably the best film I've seen in years. I mean, I was so blown away by everything and how well this film was put together and how much more sense it made storyline-wise. I didn't realize there was so much going on in this story by watching the original. And now that I've seen this new one, it blows my mind to how much it was actually going on that was never explained originally. So the fact that they added in all this extra stuff to really explain everything that was going on, has been going on before, now, and after, and the idea of different realities, and oh my God, it blew me away. And everybody's acting skill was on point. And I'm a big fan of Superman, and I'll tell you right now, I love Superman that much more after seeing this. It made me so proud to be a Superman fan. Even though he wasn't in the whole movie, the fact that when he does come into the film, you're just like, yes. And spoiler alert, black suit Superman. Oh my God, that was, for me, my favorite color is black. So, if you can't tell. And I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then on top of it, they reveal other suits that Superman has used in the story, not just Justice League. He don't use the other ones in this movie, but storyline wise, not in the film, but overall, just take the whole story from the comics and the cartoons and the movies. Some of the costumes that he has actually worn, other than the blue and red, they show some of that. And they show some of the gear from his home world, like his father used to wear. Little things like that really meant a lot to me to see that kind of shit. And the way they built that story up, and on top of it, they have the film in parts. So if you're not the type that wants to sit there for 4 hours straight, it's in sections. You have, I believe there was 5 parts to the film, and then you got your epilogue at the end. And my God, it was so damn good. I kind of wish that they would have split the movie in half. Business-wise, it would have made a hell of a lot more sense. They would have made more money. And on top of it, they would have probably been more lenient on working on more films after that. But since corporate is a bunch of cocksuckers, and apparently they just want their company to fold, they released this film in its entirety, which is cool, and they're going to make a lot of money off it too. But now they're saying, nope, we're not doing anything else with this. We're going to focus on characters that nobody knows about. No one's ever heard of. I mean, unless you're a comic book fan, of course you probably know all the DC people or all the Marvel people. But, not everybody, general public, general knowledge knows every single superhero. They just know the main ones. Superman, Batman, freaking, Wonder Woman, freaking Aquaman, and there's a few others that I know of, the Lanterns. I mean, come on. And DC actually is going to sit there and go, nope, we're not going to do it again. What are you, fucking retarded? I mean, what they just did was phenomenal. The fact that this movie wasn't even supposed to exist, and now it does, and we can see it with our own eyes, is nothing short of amazing. When I first started hearing about the Snyder Cut, I thought it was a fictional thing. I didn't think it was real. I figured, yeah, there's always going to be footage in a film that's been cut and lost in time. That's the way the film industry works. And 9 times out of 10, you never see any more of that footage. Ever. It's stored in a damn a place where you could never reach. And then it just rots and decomposes into nothing. It gets lost in time. Like that movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If you guys didn't know that. There was a lot more to that movie that we never got to see in real life. Yeah, there's additional scenes. The movie is an extra hour long. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You don't believe me? Look into it. But back to the point. They took this film and they put it together with all this extra stuff out there, and they made it real. And, a lot of people are like, oh, they did it for the fans. They did it for the fans. They kind of did. But I think Zack Snyder, honestly, he jumped back on board, not for the fans, not for corporate, but for his lost daughter. And I respect that. Because at the very end, when the credits are getting ready to roll, the first thing you see is I think his daughter's name was Autumn. For Autumn. It's got to be his daughter. I mean, it didn't make any sense if it was somebody else. So I'm assuming that's what it was about. And if you don't know the story behind it, Zack Snyder, the director, he was working on the original film. And he had to take some time off because his daughter committed suicide. And he walked away from the business for a little while. And then somebody else took over, and that's the Justice League we got a couple years ago. When he decided to step it back up, get back in the saddle, and then he gave us this. And I respect the man for it. I'm sure he did it for his daughter. Why wouldn't he? Even though she's not a superhero fan, the fact, something like that will motivate a person to step up and go above and beyond what they normally do. To realize a vision in their mind. I understand that more than anybody else. And the vision has been realized. And I'm here to tell you guys, you need to watch this film. 4 hours or not, it is worth every damn second. And I've seen a few critics out there that are actually having the balls to say that this movie was subpar at best. Fuck you, you're wrong. You are wrong. Stop being a dumbass critic. Nobody gives a shit. Stop tearing movies apart that don't deserve to be torn apart. Yeah, there are a few things that didn't make a lot of sense, but they made sense because they were linking to another film that they were planning on making originally. But then they cancel all that shit because bitches started crying too much. And corporate, don't even get me started. But the simple fact of this, even last night, I'm not going to specify who these people are, but one of them, in general, really upset me. I started watching his review, and at first he's like, oh, I wasn't a fan of Man of Steel, but I was a fan of this, and then I was a bigger fan of this, and then the original came out, and I'm like, yeah, this was pretty good, but then I forgot about it, and then this came out, and this one was great. It kept my attention, it was cool, but it wasn't that great. Fuck you. What's better than that right now? Tell me what is out there that is better than that hasn't been out 20 years ago. Something new, fresh, and refreshing to the world. And not only that, the simple fact that they released the same movie again that made it 10 times better, and people are actually comparing them now, that's kind of interesting. That people, it's like a thing. It's almost like a trend at this point. So not only did it start a fucking trend, hey, let's see the comparisons between both movies. This is kind of fun. Let's figure out all the differences. Which way would be better in this film? Which way would be better in this film? Maybe if we took the ideas from this film and put it in this film, maybe it would make it even more interesting. Or whatever. You know, it's very special and it's very unique, and I love it. And if you don't like it, you know, that's on you. But I honestly think that movie is absolutely amazing. It's not the best film in the world, guys, but it's the best one I've seen in a long time. And that, hands down, is awesome-tacular. Seriously. So, you guys need to check it out. I can't stress that enough. You know, I didn't even have HBO Max. I wasn't going to do it. Especially for $15 a month. I thought that was a little excessive for a price. But then, you know, I got it. And I watched the movie and it was well worth it. And now I'm not getting rid of HBO Max because soon we get Godzilla vs. King Kong. And that'll be the next review. Well, actually, after Tom and Jerry. Well, I'll get to that one day. But for all you critics out there, you can kiss my ass. Because you guys are directing people in the wrong direction. Stop getting people to hate things that are not bad. Show a little love to the things that we need to show love to. This is the way you do things. Not the stupid trash that people do nowadays with no fucking common sense. All they care about is the fucking money, and they don't give a fuck about their products. This right here, Justice League Zack Snyder cut. He gave a shit about this. And you can tell. He put a lot of extra care into this film, and I respect the hell out of him for it. So, with that said in mind, guys, I don't want the review to go on forever, so I'm going to say, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you know. Comment down below. Are you one of them eggheads that I knocked out? My dumbass friend on the floor that I punched in the face for being a retard and hating on something that doesn't deserve hate? Or are you like me and going, my God, that was an amazing film? And by the way, I just want to say this real quick. They make you care about all the characters in the film now, including Cyborg. I didn't even like Cyborg until I saw this. Now I really like Cyborg and the Flash. Ooh, the Flash. He was probably the best part of the whole movie, in my opinion. Well, at least at certain points. Anyways, guys, with that said in mind, I am going to head on yonder because I have another video to shoot, and it's music. So, until next time, feel the love, feel the flow, and I will see you all again.